Today, we are stepping into Barcelona, but not the Barcelona of busy tourist crowds, not the one of loud markets or endless selfie sticks in front of gaudiest masterpieces. No, today we are searching for the hidden side of this city, the places where spirituality, silence, and mystery still survive. This is the Barcelona that few visitors ever notice, the city of sacred spots, ancient energy lines, and places where the air itself seems to hum with a deeper vibration. Most visitors start at the Sagrada Familia. And yes, we could talk about its stunning architecture, its soaring towers, its devotion to both geometry and faith. But what many do not realize is that Gaudí infused his designs with esoteric symbolism. The columns inside are not just supports, they rise like a forest, drawing the eyes upward as though guiding the soul higher. The facades are covered with numerology, sacred geometry, and hidden references to nature's divine patterns. Stand still, look closer, and you begin to see the cathedral not only as a building, but as a coded prayer in stone. Now let's leave the crowds behind and wander into the Gothic quarter, the Barri Gothic. Here, narrow alleys twist like a maze, and ancient stones carry whispers of Roman temples and medieval rituals. Tucked away near Placa del Rey is the site of the old Temple of Augustus. Only a few columns remain, but standing in their presence, you feel something ancient and powerful. Imagine this: once, this was a sacred space dedicated to the emperor, blending Roman religion with local traditions. Even today, sensitive travelers say the stones vibrate with memory. One of the city's most remarkable spiritual places is not in the heart of town but on its heights, Montjuic. The hill of Montjuic is famous for its fortress, museums, and gardens, but its very name, from the medieval Latin Mons Judaicus, suggests an ancient Jewish cemetery once rested here. Walk its paths at sunrise, when the light spreads slowly over the Mediterranean, and you feel a sense of renewal. It is as though the hill itself is a temple. Montjuic has always been a place where the living and the dead meet. And then, of course, there is Tibidabo. Rising high above Barcelona, this mountain carries both playful and sacred layers. On one hand, there is an amusement park at its summit, laughter echoing against the sky. But look beyond, and you will see the Temple of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, its white tower shining like a beacon. And deeper still, the name Tibidabo comes from the Latin words of the devil tempting Christ, Tibi Dabo, I will give you. Legends say this mountain was once a site of pagan ritual long before Christianity left its mark. Not all of Barcelona's spiritual spots are grand or monumental. Some are humble, intimate, hidden in plain sight. Step into a small church like Santa Maria del Pi. Its Gothic rose window is one of the largest in Europe, yet inside you find not tourists with cameras but silence. The flicker of candles, the scent of incense, the play of colored light on stone. It is a space that invites stillness, reflection, a pause in the rush of the city outside. Places like this remind us that spirituality does not always shout, it whispers. One of the most mysterious corners of Barcelona lies underground, the labyrinth of ancient water channels and hidden crypts beneath the city. Some are Roman, some medieval, and some linked to old monasteries. While not always accessible, stories circulate of monks practicing secret rites, of early Christians hiding from persecution, and of chambers aligned with the stars above. Whether history or legend, the idea that the earth beneath Barcelona holds forgotten sanctuaries only adds to its aura of mystery. Then there is Park Güell, Gaudí's wonderland. For most, it is a colorful playground of mosaics and organic architecture. But look closer, the shapes of serpents, the spiral staircases, the careful orientation of structures, these all connect to deeper symbolic meanings. Gaudí believed nature itself was sacred, a direct reflection of divine order. Walking through Park Güell is not just sightseeing, it can be a meditative journey, if you let the patterns and colors wash over you as symbols instead of decoration. Of course, no exploration of hidden spirituality in Barcelona would be complete without mentioning Montserrat. Though it lies just outside the city, it has always been a spiritual magnet for Barcelonans. The jagged mountain, its peaks said to have been carved by angels, is home to the monastery of Santa Maria de Montserrat and the Black Madonna, a figure of devotion for centuries. Pilgrims climb its trails, seeking not only blessings but also the powerful energy that radiates from the rocks themselves. Stand on Montserrat, breathe deeply, and you feel the mountain itself come alive. But spirituality in Barcelona is not only Catholic or Christian. Over the centuries, the city absorbed influences from Judaism, Islam, and esoteric traditions. In the El Call neighborhood, once the Jewish quarter, you can still find traces of old synagogues. Scholars say that Kabbalistic thought flowed through this community, leaving its mark in subtle ways. During periods of Moorish influence, elements of Islamic art and philosophy mingled with local culture. This diversity still whispers in the city's stones. In today's Barcelona, spirituality is alive in modern forms as well. Meditation centers tucked into quiet courtyards, yoga studios hidden in old warehouses, tea houses filled with incense and chanting bowls. This is the contemporary spiritual landscape. Many locals blend traditions, Catholic rituals, Eastern meditation, even New Age practices. The city thrives as a crossroads of old and new, of east and west, of earth and sky. And if you know where to look, you will find spaces that seem to glow with that mix. Another place worth discovering is the Carthusian monastery of Val de Hebron. Though now in ruins, this was once a place of deep monastic silence. The remains of cloisters and walls still breathe a sense of retreat, a reminder that spirituality often grows strongest in stillness. Step into such ruins, overgrown and quiet, and it feels like returning to a forgotten rhythm of prayer and contemplation. And let's not forget the sea itself. Barcelona's Mediterranean shore has always been more than a beach. For centuries, fishermen prayed to saints before setting sail, and sailors carried amulets to ward off storms. Even today, if you walk along Barceloneta at dawn, when the waves roll in and the city is still half asleep, you sense the sea's sacred rhythm. Water has always been a symbol of cleansing and rebirth, and here it still holds that power. What makes Barcelona's hidden spiritual spots so compelling is not only their variety but their accessibility. They are woven into the very fabric of the city. You do not have to go far or climb high mountains, though you can. Sometimes it is enough to step into a quiet courtyard, pause in front of an ancient column, or sit in a hidden garden. The city itself becomes a guide, whispering, "Slow down, listen, feel." So if you come to Barcelona, don't just follow the guidebooks. Don't only see the famous gaudy houses or shop along Passeig de Gràcia. Instead, let yourself get lost. Wander into small chapels. Sit in silence on Montjuic at sunset. Climb the Tibidabo and breathe in the view. Touch the stones of the Roman temple. Meditate in Park Güell. Visit Montserrat and feel the energy of the mountain. Because this is where the real Barcelona hides, not in noise and spectacle, but in silence, in symbols, in the quiet moments that awaken the soul. In the end, Barcelona is not just a city of art, food, and nightlife, it is a city of soul. And if you open yourself to it, you might just find that the hidden spiritual spots of Barcelona awaken something hidden inside you as well.